Marco Island vacation rental law, which garnered 4 lawsuits against it in 12 days, is finally getting scraped. Thanks for sticking with us here. I'm Nicole Gabe.
And I'm Russ McCaskey. Now, this ordinance didn't even last a year as it went into effect in December of 2022. But when we interviewed the city manager, Mike McNeese, earlier this year, he seemed to be set on making it work.
The ordinance is in place, it will run, and then we'll take a look at it and say, okay, how's it serving us? How's it not serving us? And whatever changes need to be made will be made.
And apparently from that evaluation, the city decided that the rules were more trouble than they were worth. Wink News reporter Michelle Alvarez joins us now live from Marco Island. Michelle, City Council discussed the project at the meeting Monday. What'd they say?
Russ, the city talked about how much money was spent on the program, which totaled up to nearly $750,000. People like Vice Chairman Jared Gerfani expressed their concerns and said that money could have been used for something else.
It's one of the most contentious issues we've faced in the island in the last several years.
The city of Marco Island spent almost $727,000 on a single-family home rental registration program.
It's important that we now have it for the public and for ourselves as a council, so we understand just how much money was wasted over the course of a 2-year span, 2.5 to 3 year span actually, and how much taxpayer money we are never going to be able to recover.
Last year, voters approved a registration requirement for Marco Island single-family homeowners who rent their properties less than 30 days at a time.
The thing got really going amidst COVID in 2020 and 2021 when we had a lot of the beaches closed on the East Coast and people coming over to the West Coast and Marco Island. And a lot of the people who were here thought that the visitors were a little bit noisier and rowdier and disturbing their quality of life, you know. And so that became, I think, the genesis of the concern about those rental properties.
The ordinance went into effect on December 5th. The registration portal opened March 15th, and the first of 4 lawsuits was filed less than 2 weeks later. So I asked City Council Chairman Greg Foley, what happens now?
I expect they're all going to go away because there's nothing to dispute anymore.
Last month, City Council members approved ending the program by a 5-2 vote. The city bought software, hired full-time employees, bought vehicles, and hired an attorney to implement the program, which voters approved in August of 2022.
We were able to find homes for all the individuals who were hired, able to find places for all the equipment that was purchased. So somehow government grew and the citizens really got nothing out of it.
And what happens to the cars, employees, and money paid by homeowners? I'll have that answer for you coming up in my story at 5. I'm live on Marco Island, Michelle Alvarez, Wink News.